Hi there, welcome to Pushing Paint. I'm Jonathan Strong, and today we're going to celebrate the season of the 4th of July, I guess. And we're going to try and paint some fireworks. Nice lake scene. We're going to turn this into a nice sunset lake at dusk, really, more than sunset. So we're going to concentrate on a nice dark sky fading down to a bit of yellow. And we're going to work on some fireworks and have some reflections. Get to see how we do water reflections, and we'll try our best to try and paint fireworks exploding in the sky. It's tricky to capture something like that, but I'm going to look at a few photos and see if I can figure out how to put it on the canvas. So grab your stuff, let's get started. Okay, we've got our canvas set up with titanium white mixed with linseed oil, so it'll brighten up all those colors that we're going to put on here. And we're going to start with our blue towards the top. Now we're getting a little towards the dusky side of things, so we're going to make it nice and dark. See that nice blue. Now here's a trick, because we're going to have some yellow, a little bit of yellow at the very bottom of the horizon, just as the edge of sunset is going away, and you don't want that yellow to mix with your blue. So in the middle of the two, we're going to put red. We're going to put a nice purpley color, and we're going to switch brushes obviously at that point in time. So we're just putting this on here, this nice dusky blue. Don't be afraid to get it nice and dark. There we go. Because that's a deep, getting just towards twilight. Okay, we're going to come back and put our nice tree line in here. I'm deciding that our tree line's just pretty much going to be flat, not too huge, but because kind of we're in the background a little bit, but we want it to be back a little ways because we're not going to focus on that too much. This is kind of more of a ambiance as a whole painting, and we're going to vary it up. So you see what I'm putting on here is mostly black. We're going to put some wild stuff in here, but that's again because our green is all but disappeared in this type of painting. And we're going to come back and add some little extras that come up here, but we're getting real far down in the light spectrum here. Put a good amount of paint on. We're going to vary our trees up a little bit. And we're going to come back later and put some highlights on these trees, but very few. And the tricky part is going to be to highlight the trees in such a way that the light you see reflected is the light from the sky and the fireworks. It's not like we're just putting light green highlights on these trees. You're going to have all kinds of different colors, but they're all real muted. Okay, it's going to be tricky, but it'll be lots of fun. But those highlights will help us give some detail to this tree line. My headphone cord was messing with my microphone cord. Making sound only come through one ear. I don't know about you guys, but that messes with my head. Okay guys, as you can see, I darkened my sky up a little bit. It was just too yellow and the horizon didn't really work out, so I know I probably edited most of that part out, but what I'm doing right now is reflective water. Okay, so I said I'd do a full lesson on this, and sooner or later I probably will. But for right now, I've got my little liner brush here, and I've got a light color, pretty much the lightest one I've got on this canvas, which is this peach purpley color. And I'm using my liner brush, and the best term I can use for it is intruding. I'm taking these shadows that are reflected on the water, and I'm intruding into them with little splashes of color. Okay, little horizontal lines, because we're looking at it from far away. So what you're seeing here is the peaks of waves, just little lake waves that are catching that light. Okay, and this is tedious detail work, and it's early in the painting to do stuff like this, but I just want to get this part down so I've got it and I can work on the rest of the base here. You can see we're putting a little bit there, but not too much. And this is going to brighten my painting up a little bit. I'm just seeing these little peaks of waves that are far away. It's a relatively calm lake that we're painting, but you just see little splashes of color, and you'll see more of it towards the edges of your reflection. When you paint the lines into the edges of your reflection, what that does is it causes a breakup of your reflective lines. So you can do it the old-fashioned way. You just take your brush and just sort of sweep across, and you get that horizontal line in your distant water. But when you want to get more detailed with it, the liner brush comes in handy. You know, you just Make them a little bigger as we get closer. But we're also going to put some shadows on here. Here we go. Time to do some fireworks. Looks okay. We'll do a couple of these after I realize that I just ruined the side of my painting, but I can fix that. Let's hope. We'll come back to it a little bit. I'm going to do some work and I'll show you in a little bit where I'm at. Here, I'll see if I can zoom in on that firework, really show what I'm doing there. And basically like that. That's kind of what we're working with here on the firework. Okay, I realized I skipped through most of this painting, or fast forwarded through most of it, but mostly if you guys have been watching the whole thing, all you missed is me putting lots of tiny little lines on here. And now we're just sort of putting that reflected light of the fireworks on our trees, just to sort of jazz them up a bit. So, as you can see, we've got our fireworks blowing up here in the sky and our reflections down below. Nice simple painting. Nothing too crazy. Only took an hour or so to do, 2 hours, maybe when you stack it all together. But I think we've got ourselves one that's pretty much finished. I might come back and add a thing or two, but yeah. again, thanks for watching. Be sure to like the video and subscribe if you enjoy the content. And if you're friends with me on Facebook, share it. Follow me on Instagram, Twitter, all that kind of stuff. I'll put the links on the video here in the description below. Either way, thanks for watching, and keep on pushing paint around.